Well, they finally listened. So I was in the middle of editing a car review, and I just saw that Forza Horizon 6 just dropped a teaser trailer. Yes, I'm not a gaming channel, but when it comes to car games, I feel like Horizon is a gold standard overall, especially for the casual racing game player. Ever since the very first Forza Horizon game, there have been rumors that the next one was going to be in Japan, and then it wasn't. Again and again and again. Slightly being disappointed every time they talked about the new location. Horizon 2 was Europe, and it was really good. Horizon 3, Australia, which, wow, Horizon 3, still an incredible game in my opinion. 4 was Britain, but I do feel like it was the weakest out of all the locations personally. I'm just saying, I love the UK though, but as a map, I don't think it worked as well as a Horizon map because it just freaking wanted to rain all the time. That was so annoying. But it is the game developer's home, so I really don't blame them for wanting them to do kind of a dedication to where they live. And I think Mexico was pretty great for Forza Horizon 5. But I think most of us still wanted Japan. When they said Mexico, we're like, oh my god, come on. I think it's hard for me on the outside to literally see the entire world asking for this one thing in your community and you still just don't give it to them. Especially with how much Japan has contributed in the car culture, the history of cars, the tuner culture, the tuner revolution, I guess you could say, in the early 2000s, drifting, other motorsports, you name it, Japan has done it. So here's the deal. I'm not going to try to stretch a 10-minute video all about just a 50-second teaser trailer, but more so what I kind of want out of Forza Horizon 6, because Forza Horizon 5 came out a while ago now. I booted it up the other day and I was like, was that 2021? Time is flying. Also, side note, my drift event, Cosmic Drift, which is basically real life Rainbow Road, is happening October 17th and 18th, with 17th being the pre-party and the 18th being the main event. I would love for you to come. It's at Caffeine Octane Linear Raceway across from Road Atlanta. Hope to see you guys there, and tickets are down below. Driver tickets are about halfway sold out, so if you want to drive the event, you gotta do it now. Anyway, back to Horizon 6. Even though the teaser trailer doesn't give away a ton of information, you can at least see that there's Easter eggs from every single Horizon game, from Colorado being the first one to Europe and so on and so forth. So that is a really cool nod of them going through the timeline and then revealing Mount Fuji, which is just a phenomenal way to introduce where it's going to be. I love the Forza games and what they represent and the community that it builds. I've even met some of the best friends I've ever had playing Forza Motorsport 4 back in the day. So it's nostalgic to say the least, and I'm glad that they're finally going to Japan. So if I say that I'm worried about Forza Horizon 6, I don't think it's the location this time. I think it's kind of everything else. And having to exceed the expectation of Forza Horizon 5 is going to be very difficult. Horizon to me has always been a very nice casual experience. And if I want to go into more hardcore stuff like simulation racing and stuff like that, I hop on a sim, play Assetto Corsa for drifting and iRacing and all that good stuff. Believe it or not, I actually don't own a sim or have one. I just drive T-Pain sometimes. I can't believe I'm saying that out loud, and I'm not making that up. Still this day, such an awesome thing. Speaking of festivals and Horizon, Payne just actually played Lost Lands, and I saw him make some of the tracks in his studio while I was driving on the sim in his basement. So it was cool to see that happen. But anyway, fun fact of the day. There's something about Forza Horizon after playing like a very stressful game like Ready or Not or Warzone or something, and then going over to Horizon 5, putting on some nice music, and driving through the canyons. That has always been the ideal experience for me. I still haven't done the automotive YouTuber pilgrimage to Japan, so I don't have boots on the ground experience. Supposed to go in 2020, but you know, something happened that year, if you remember. Still need to go. Anyway, let's get to the actual wish list. But for Forza Horizon 6, I hope they have something that's similar to Ebisu or something like Ebisu for drifting, or Fuji Speedway. It'd be cool if you could just kind of like drive on to Fuji Speedway. I like that Horizon 5 has added more track track-oriented stuff to where you can just kind of drive in and have some fun in more of a track setting and then get back to the street. I want the car sounds to be redone. Yes, I know this has been beaten down so hard when it comes to the Horizon series, but I feel like Horizon 1 and 2 had the best car sounds out of all of them, and you think it would be the opposite due to technology and recording devices and etc. I am hoping that those are completely redone, or at least some of them. I hope that the online is better optimized. When I'm at certain locations in certain cars, I can't see my friends. I can't see them on the map. I can't see them in person. It did get better than it was at launch, but I still struggle with this sometimes. So a lot of my experience when I log on to Horizon 5 is, hey, where are you? And they're like, I'm right next to you. And I'm like, where? So I have to change cars or change locations or something, and then usually I have to fix it. And also the beauty of Horizon is just driving around and running into random players and driving with them. And a lot of the times I'll open the map, set the filter to just online players, and there's still nobody on the map. And I know for a fact there's people on this game still. Sometimes I have to go back into Horizon Solo, which is the single player, not online, and then go back in and then hope that the map works. That's still to this day I have problems with. Next is I hope that they make the locations, like the houses and all that kind of stuff, more important, because they're pretty much lawn ornaments because you can't do anything with them. It's just you buy them and they'll maybe have an attribute like fast travel. First of all, can we just have fast travel? That's all I want. I want it right off the bat. I don't want to drive around the entire map just to hit these boards anymore. That's me being lazy though. If we're gonna spend 2 million credits on a house or something inside the game, at least be able to go inside and see what it's like. I mean, that's just a fun little thing. Plus, you could have the GTA 5 angle of showing it off to your friends. Like, look at this thing. It's pretty sweet, right? And you walk around or something like that. I think that would be a welcome addition. Because they always have this focus on character customization with the clothing and all that kind of stuff. But you don't ever see them in action, right? They're just in the car. Next is that the Need for Speed franchise is not what it once was, unfortunately, in my opinion. The last one I really liked was Need for Speed Heat. I was actually very impressed with that game. I had a ton of fun with that game. I should have done a review of it, and I never did, and it's probably too late now, obviously. But I had a great time with that game, and specifically, the customization was still better than Forza's. Forza Horizon still has really fun customization, engine swaps, transmission swaps, all that kind of stuff. But aesthetically, Need for Speed has always, I think, been the leader in the industry with that kind of stuff. So if they can emulate that a little bit more, I think it's over. It's over for Need for Speed if they can lock that down. Fix the drag racing. My God. When you load into a drag race, it doesn't have a 3, 2, 1, go. It doesn't have a drag racing tree. It just loads in and then it just says, go. So basically you can't prepare your car. You can't like get the launch ready and all that kind of stuff. You just have to hold the trigger down as you load in, and nobody wants that. I want to get the best time possible or get the best race result possible against somebody. It shouldn't be better to drag race somebody just on your own with 3 horn hawks. You know what I mean? Like, it's a way better experience. And it's kind of like how at the festival itself, they didn't have the tree for drag racing, but there was obviously a drag strip. But then in the loading screen, they had the drag racing tree, and I'm like, hey, where did that go? So just a little detail there. Also, please make the cutscenes a little more exciting than just people standing around and doing pre-animations. Like, they're all kind of the same animations of their hands doing this and nodding like that. There's not a lot going on. But I would like a fully fledged story in a Horizon game. I would love to see it because the gameplay is really good. I think it's a really well-made game in that aspect. I mean, even in Horizon 1, it felt like you're going through a story more than the other games, in my opinion. But that's just all I got to say about that. I hope it's really, really cool. I'm sure there's going to be a bigger unveil because it is coming out next year, which is, wow, we're already getting closer to the end of 2025. That sounds really far away, but it's really not. Thoughts, comments, concerns? Do you even play Horizon games anymore? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Have a wonderful day. Peace.